They are the most famous pawn shop owners in the world, a quirky family from Las Vegas who turned their small shop into a huge hit TV show. But behind all the friendly bargaining and cool historical items lies a world of dark secrets, shocking crimes, and bitter family fights. These are the stories the pawn stars fought to keep hidden, the truths they never wanted you to see. What you see on TV is fake. What happens when the cameras stop rolling is the real story. The story of the pawn stars' hidden world begins not in the cheerful pawn shop, but in a quiet Las Vegas neighborhood on March 9, 2016. On that day, police surrounded the home of Austin Russell, better known to the world as the lovable goofy Chumley, but they weren't there for a friendly chat. They were serving a warrant as part of a serious assault investigation. While Chumley was never charged with a sex crime, what the police found inside his house that day showed a secret life that was completely different from his clumsy on-screen character. As officers searched through the home, they found a shocking collection of illegal items. They found crystal meth and prescription Xanax pills. This wasn't just a small amount for personal use. Police reports described a gallon-sized plastic bag filled with drugs, suggesting something bigger was going on. The discoveries didn't stop there. Officers also found a small collection of weapons. There were 12 guns total, including handguns, rifles, and even a powerful assault-style MP5 rifle. Of all these weapons, only 4 were legally registered to Chumley. The police report painted a picture of a house filled with illegal drugs and unlicensed guns. But the weirdest discovery was a special room Chumley had in his house. It was called the Chum Chum Room, and it even had a dance pole inside. In this room, police found more evidence of drug use, including a clear plastic baggie with white powder and a rolled-up $1 bill that also had white powder on it. Chumley was arrested and faced a mountain of legal trouble. He was charged with 20 serious crimes, a number that could have sent him to prison for a very long time. But instead of a long trial and a prison sentence, Chumley was offered a way out. He took a plea deal, pleading guilty to 1 weapons charge and 1 lesser charge. This deal allowed him to avoid jail time completely. Instead, he got 3 years of probation and was ordered to attend counseling. Through all of this, something strange happened, or rather, something didn't happen. The History Channel, the network that shows porn stars, stayed completely silent. Chumley's job was never in danger. He was never suspended or fired. Even with 20 serious charges hanging over his head, his place on the show was safe. The fan-favorite character was simply too valuable to lose. The network made a choice. The happy, family-friendly image of the show was a product to be protected, and the man who played one of its most popular characters was worth keeping. No matter what secrets were hiding in his Chum Chum room, Chumley's shocking arrest wasn't an isolated event. It was part of a larger hidden pattern of trouble that followed the cast of Pawn Stars. And the next person to find himself in handcuffs was Chumley's childhood friend and on-screen boss, Corey Big Hoss Harrison. His problems with the law started years before the raid on Chumley's house. In March 2011, Corey was in Big Bear Lake, California, a mountain resort town. After a day of snowboarding, he went to a place called Murray's Saloon and Eatery. Inside the bar, an argument broke out between Corey and another customer. According to police, when a sheriff's deputy and a security guard tried to investigate the fight, Corey became physical. They said he pushed the guard and the deputy. He was arrested on suspicion of battery and resisting arrest, and was held in jail for a few hours to sober up before being released. Corey later told his side of the story. He said a man at the bar recognized him from TV and kept demanding that Corey buy everyone drinks, because he was famous and had money. Corey refused and some angry words were exchanged. He said the police wanted him to apologize for cursing, but he felt he had done nothing wrong. When he refused to apologize, he was arrested. In the end, the district attorney looked at the case and decided not to file any criminal charges against him. But that wasn't the end of Corey's legal troubles. More than a decade later, in September 2023, he was in trouble again. This time in his hometown of Las Vegas, an officer on patrol noticed a white Ford pickup truck driving badly. The truck was swerving between the road and the bicycle lane. The officer pulled the truck over and found Corey Harrison behind the wheel. The police report says that the officer could smell alcohol coming from the car and that Corey was showing signs of being drunk. Corey refused to take a field sobriety test and asked for his lawyer. He was taken to the Las Vegas City Jail. The jail's breathalyzer machine wasn't working, so he had to give a blood sample instead. After that, he he was officially booked on a charge of driving under the influence. The confident big hoss seen on television, the man who was supposed to take over the family business, was now facing the consequences of another bad decision. The personal lives of the porn stars aren't the only things they keep secret. The biggest secret of all is the show itself. The program that looks like a real everyday look inside a pawn shop is almost entirely fake, a carefully constructed performance designed for television. First, the amazing items that people bring into the shop aren't random surprises. In a real pawn shop, most of the day is spent looking at boring everyday things. To make the show exciting, the show's producers first find people with unique and interesting items. Then they show these items to the producers, who decide if they're good enough to be on TV. Next, the people you see selling their treasures aren't just regular folks off the street. They're often coached on how to act in front of the camera. One shop employee admitted that some sellers are very nervous on film, and it can take many tries to get their performance just right, so it looks good on TV. Sometimes an item is cut from the show simply because the seller couldn't act well enough on camera. Even the most exciting part of the show, the negotiation, isn't real. The back and forth bargaining over the price is staged. An executive producer for the show, Brent Montgomery, admitted that the production team talks to the sellers before they even go on camera. They pre-negotiate a price to make sure the person will actually sell the item for a reasonable amount. This way, the show always has a satisfying ending for the viewers at home. They don't want to waste time filming someone who just wants to be on TV and has no intention of selling. The cast's clever comments and deep historical knowledge aren't always their own either. Montgomery revealed that they have really smart writers who feed the characters information to make them sound like experts on every item that comes through the door. Rick has even been told by producers to buy items that he would never buy in real life, just because they would make for an interesting segment on the show. The expert appraisals are also manipulated to create more drama. A producer confessed that for a single item, they might talk to up to 10 different experts to find out its value. Then for the show, they almost always choose the expert who gave the highest possible price. This makes the item seem incredibly valuable and raises the stakes for the fake negotiation that follows. But perhaps the biggest lie of all is that Rick, Corey, and Chumley don't even work at the shop's counter anymore. Because of Nevada's privacy laws, they can't be filmed with the general public. Also, the shop is now a massive tourist attraction with 4,000 to 5,000 people visiting every single day. Most of these people are just fans who want to take pictures, not actual customers. To film an episode, the entire shop has to be temporarily closed to the public. This actually hurts the real business, as sales often suffer on filming days. The gold and silver pawn shop is no longer just a pawn shop. It's a television set, and its main business is no longer buying and selling goods. It's selling porn stars t-shirts and coffee mugs to the thousands of fans who line up outside every day. The reality show destroyed the very reality it was supposed to be about. Behind the scenes of the perfectly polished TV show, the Harrison family empire was facing a storm of legal battles, bitter arguments, and failed business deals. The carefully managed image of a happy family business was beginning to crack, revealing a much messier reality. In 2012, the entire cast of porn stars, including Rick, Corey Chumley, and the old man, was hit with a lawsuit from their former manager, Wayne Jeffries. Jeffries claimed that he was the person who made porn stars happen. He said that the Harrisons had tried and failed to get a TV show on their own, and it was only with his help that they landed the deal with the History Channel. The trouble started when the network decided to create a spin-off show called Cajun Porn Stars. The main cast wasn't told about the new show and found out through a press release. According to Jeffries, Rick Harrison was angry and asked him to tell the celebrity news website, TMZ, that the cast felt blindsided by the network's decision. When the story came out, network executives were furious, but instead of blaming Rick, they blamed Jeffries for the leak. Jeffries claimed that the network then pressured the Harrisons to fire him. In January 2012, he was fired and cut off from all the money he was promised in his contract. His lawsuit accused the cast of breaking their agreement and the network of interfering with his business. He was seeking a large amount,